Today we're going to talk about the thirstiest Naruto character, Suigetsu Hozuki. I love this guy. He's an Orochimaru test subject who's also the living embodiment of one of my favorite elements, water. The story of Suigetsu is pretty simple. He's got a bitchin' demon brother he's jealous of, loves cutting things, was abducted by Orochimaru, is one of Sasuke's bros, and wants all the 7 Mist Ninja swords. Now let's get into why Suigetsu is so OP. To summarize, Suigetsu is effectively an invincible water monster with a sword. A sword, I might add, that can never truly be broken, as it uses the iron from its victim's blood to repair itself. Since he comes from the Hozuki clan, he has the ability to transform into water at will. It's very similar to Logia types from One Piece. This jutsu was never named because he got shafted screen time, but on its own, it makes sense why Suigetsu is OP. He effectively can't be hurt by physical attacks and can phase through solid objects. He can use his water body to drown his opponents, and with just a little bit of water, can increase the size of his muscles. When Suigetsu goes into a large body of water, he can turn into a sea god that can rival tailed beasts. In his sea god form, he was able to physically push back the 8 tails, but as we all know, hyper beams usually win out. The only downside and weakness Suigetsu has is the Pokemon weakness to lightning, which according to Naruto logic doesn't work like that. Oh, and hyper beams again. It's a shame the only characters that had real supremacy over him happened to be lightning users. Suigetsu is also well versed in Kenjutsu, or sword techniques. He's seen running around with Zabuza Momochi's sword, the Kubikiri Bocho, but he never really gets a chance to cleave anyone with it. It's also important to note that the sword itself is OP in its own right. Like I said before, it can regenerate by bathing in its blood, a feature only Zabuza ever got to make use of. And that's really all there is to Suigetsu. There really isn't much to talk about him. He was just kind of there, like the Sound 4, Kimimaro, Jugo, and everyone else related to Orochimaru. There's a huge amount of lore and interesting shit that could have been explored with him, but instead we got anime Al-Qaeda. I just like Suigetsu for his abilities and cocky nature. I mean, can you blame him? He can basically just give the middle finger to anyone that tries to hurt him. Sadly, this whole anime just loves lightning users and energy attacks way too much. Sorry guys if this was a quick episode. Again, I wanted to thank you all for tuning in. I like making these videos and I'm always up for suggestions on who to cover next, and how to make this show better. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe, drop a like, share it, do all that stuff, and honestly it really would help a lot. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.